Hi everybody, welcome back to Horror and Sci-Fi Collectibles. I'm trying to post a video every Friday, but I thought I'd throw this one up because I just received this guy in the mail today, and I was kind of excited to get him, so I'll talk about him while he's fresh on my mind, and why I got him and what features I like about him and so on. So this is Blake from The Fog. Of course, Blake was the leader of the leper colony that was double-crossed by the founders of Antonio Bay in the movie. Led to their deaths and drowned so that the town founders could steal their gold and start their little community. And then 100 years later, of course, they came back for their revenge. Good movie, great movie. One of my favorites. John Carpenter's got to be my favorite director for sure. Probably him and George Romero. But let's just jump right into the figure. We can talk about the movie later. So we'll start with the package, as usual. So this is the NECA resealable clamshell packaging. Opens on the left, hinges on the right. You can get your figure out and put it back if you want. So I will be throwing this up in the attic where I keep my other packages in case I want to do something with them later. So quick look at the graphics. You got Blake, brandishing his sword as if he's getting ready to attack Hal Holbrook at the end of the movie. The Point Reyes lighthouse, big focal point of the movie was that lighthouse. I've got some other souvenirs from the lighthouse that I'll put in this video. Well, just one really, but kind of neat. Gift from my parents actually. And then behind where Blake stands is a picture of the Elizabeth Dane, his ship. You get two accessories with Blake. Of course, this is where Blake goes in the package. Top slot is his sword. Bottom slot is the sheath for his sword. So looking at the back, a quick description of the movie, what he was, why it was going on, why the fog came, and showing you the fact that he has light-up eyes, he's fabric, and he's got his sword and sheath. I had seen this figure online. I knew it was available, but I had not seen it in person. Recently I was on vacation and stopped in a collectible store, and they had it on the shelf, so I got to see it in person. I liked it, I decided. I did not know it had light up eyes until I saw it in person. No description that I had read online said it did. Of course, I didn't read any write-ups about it. I just saw the picture on Amazon, looked at it, and went on. But so seeing at the store, I liked it. I did not like their price. They wanted close to $45 for it, and I knew I had seen it better than that. So I went back to shopping on Amazon later, and I ordered it from a store on Amazon called Kickin' Toys. I've ordered a couple things off Kickin' Toys before and been very pleased with them. Great packaging, super fast shipping. I only ordered this on Thursday, sometime in the afternoon, I think, and got it today, Saturday, from most of the way across the country. They ship out of Utah, and of course I'm over here in the Midwest, so great shipping, couldn't complain there. So getting into the figure itself, I only had two issues with it. First issue was, of course, his light up eyes. So out of the package, the light up eyes worked, and then within a couple hours they were dead. I did not have them on constantly. I turned them on a few times to show a friend, show my son, I showed my wife, and then later on I went to turn them back on and they were dead. And I guess I can attribute that to, if you look at the date down there, 2018. So I guess that means he's been in the box for a year or so, maybe. Of course, them little watch batteries go dead. So I had a couple batteries on hand, popped them out, worked just fine. The other issue, looking at him, Um, his foot is a little bit tilted. One leg seems to be longer than the other. If you push on the foot, he levels out. I don't know why that is. I don't know if he's supposed to be that way. I did not remember Blake dragging a foot in the movie or anything like that. Of course, he did have leprosy, but I don't think that would cause this. So I don't know if mine is a one-off defect, a defect in the way that they design the figure and they're all like that, or if it's supposed to be like the movie. But either way, he does stand and stand well, so I can't complain too much about it. Looking at the quality of the sculpt, of course, if you peel back his tattered clothing, he has bandages on his arms, rotten flesh, veins showing on his hands. Good sculpt on his boots, his clothing. Of course, he's got the tears and tatters. There's the battery door and the switch on the back of his head. So he came with the belt slung around him in the package. The scabbard clips into it here, and the sword goes into it. I posed him as if he was pulling the sword out. Because that was one of my favorite images, where he walks up the aisle of the church, slowly pulling the sword out, and you see it glimmering in the light when he's coming for the gold. So I like this pose for him. The face sculpt looks very good to me. Again, you didn't really see him much in the movie, so it's hard to say. But I like it. It's neat. It's very zombie-like. Of course, the cheek is missing. You can see his teeth in there. Lips drawn back from his teeth. Texture down to his neck and into his chest. So I'm going to turn his eyes on now for you, so you can see what they look like. There's his eyes lit up, and I'm going to turn down my lights here. Drop them down a little bit and then off. So I've got some light behind me in the room. But I like that. I think that's very neat looking, very menacing, very much like the movie. So I'm happy with this figure. I think he looks good. Pleased with him. Don't know what to think about the leg being shorter, like I said. But everything else considered, I really think he's neat. Very cool. So next up, I'll be showing you my autograph poster. So we'll see if I can do this without getting in my own light. This is one of the walls in my office. It's just actually directly behind where I've been filming these figures, where I keep different artwork, different prints, and some of my autographs. So this is one of my top ones, right up there with my Dawn of the Dead set. Not as epic to me as the Dawn of the Dead set, but still one of my better autographs. And 3 on this poster right now. I may get more in the future if I can catch up with the actors. But on the left, the first one that we got it from, it was Adrienne Barbeau. We met her in Cincinnati. I forget what year. So I'm sorry, I take that back. We did not meet her in Cincinnati. We met her in Indianapolis. She was at the Horror Hound convention that Jamie Lee Curtis attended when she did her big fundraiser. We did not meet Jamie Lee Curtis. She was out of our price range at the time, and we were on a budget, so we got Adrienne Barbeau on the left and Tom Atkins on the right. They were both great to talk to. We spent quite a bit of time with Adrienne Barbeau. She talked to my son a great deal about the voices that she does, Catwoman in the Batman cartoon, some video game voices that she's done that he was familiar with. And she also signed an Escape from New York poster. Actually, they both did. Tom Atkins also signed my Halloween 3 DVD that was behind my footage of Blake, the figure, from moments ago. Tom Atkins was a lot of fun to talk to as well. Nice guy. Of course, he was in a lot of great movies from the 80s, usually bit parts, but Lethal Weapon, Night of the Creeps, Creep Show, Escape from New York, of course, Halloween 3, lead man in that. Really excited to meet both of them. Actually, got the poster itself, the mini poster from Adrienne Barbeau. It was one of the items she had on her table that you could choose from, and I liked it. Of the movies I could get from her, The Fog was definitely a big one. I love her portrayal of the DJ Stevie Wayne in the movie. She signed an Escape from New York poster for my son, I think I said. And then in the middle, at a later convention, actually in Cincinnati, probably in the 2013 time frame. It was either March of 2013 or 2014. We met John Carpenter at a Horror Hound convention. And he signed this for me, and he signed the Escape from New York poster for my son as well. So, 2 Cody JCA, Big J, Big C, Big A is how he signs his autograph. At the time, that was definitely my most exciting autograph to date. I love John Carpenter, love his movies, love his music. Listen to his soundtracks in the car, listen to him often, listen to him in my shop. Can't get enough of him. Wish he was still more active. I think now he's turned to his music. He hasn't really directed a movie in a long time, but I'd love it if he did. If he did, I'd run out and see it. So that's it for the poster. So there you have it. That's Blake, the NECA figure, and my poster. And I apologize, I cannot find my one item from Point Reyes. It's a tote bag from the lighthouse. The lighthouse is actually I think it's a national park. I don't know if it's a national park or a state park in California, north of San Francisco. Lighthouse from the late 1800s. Look it up. Very interesting history behind it. It's actually the second foggiest point in the United States, so made perfect sense to shoot a movie called The Fog there. So I'll end it on looking at Blake. Hopefully he does not come for you. And if I were you, I'd run on out and get this figure. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Happy to own it. So like and subscribe. There'll be more of these. Thanks for watching.